perfect.
What about now?
I don't know.
We were?
Yes.
But we're not currently?
I don't know.
Why not?
Okay, let's go. Oh, you keep moving.
I know. I need to stretch my arms.
I need to stretch every day.
Okay. Defend hard-boiled eggs.
Why does it say for our little presentation here?
Because I'm going to start saying that now.
What have you been saying?
Program?
Oh, program.
Program.
It's not program.
Program. Programme. Program.
That's not how you say that.
For our little program.
It's program.
I know it.
What's presentation? Are
Presentation.
we in a classroom?
I heard it somewhere. What's the difference?
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me in our bedroom for our little presentation here. Okay, so we may have bought in too many eggs. We got into panic-induced buying. We normally eat, I would say, 6 eggs a week, maybe 8.
And oop.
We bought 2 24 packs, and eggs are good. According to the Google, eggs are good for 3 to 5 weeks. We currently have 8 eggs left in our 24 pack, and they've been around a month. I ate 3 eggs yesterday. I didn't even want eggs.
You are freaking out about our eggs. They're fine. You're in a rush to get through them all, but you don't need to worry.
3 to 5 weeks.
They're fine.
They're sitting at 4. What if they're the 3-week kind of egg and not the 5-week kind of egg?
It's fine.
On Saturday, I made us 5 eggs. Yesterday, I ate 3 eggs on my own. When I didn't crave eggs, I didn't really feel like eating eggs, but I was like, we got to get rid of these eggs. It's okay. They're pure protein, and I'm really strong. I lift, so they went straight to my biceps.
I offered to boil the remainder of the eggs, and we'd all have hard-boiled eggs to enjoy.
That is the worst way to enjoy an egg.
Big disagree. I love hard-boiled eggs. I love making egg salad sandwiches. I love just cracking one open and sprinkling salt on it. Oh, that's so good.
I think the hard-boiled eggs are, they're like the worst way to enjoy an egg. What about versus a fried egg, honey?
Well, they're 2 different things.
Yes. So why would you have the worst experience?
I enjoy a boiled egg just as much as a fried egg. They're pretty on par with each other to me.
Hard disagree. The fried egg, you fry it. You use butter or oil, so you got crispy little edges. Fat is yummy. Hard-boiled eggs, the yolk is chalky.
Yeah, it's not good. Well, like if I'm making egg salad, I only use like half of the yolks, and then I toss the other yolks.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a little wasteful, but
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sometimes the yolk can be gray versus a fried egg, where the yolk is velvety. Now, I'm known to over-fry my eggs. When I do it over medium, it's over.
Yes, and the yolk gets chalky when
Over.
you fry eggs.
Yeah. But I'm doing better. Actually,
Yes.
the other day, I turned over the eggs, and after 5 to 10 seconds, I turned off the stove, and it was mostly cooked through, but there was still a little soft part in it. What about hot versus cold? You claim not to care about temperature.
For many things, I don't care about temperature. I enjoy a hot egg just as much as a cold egg.
Wow.
And vice versa, whatever. I don't enjoy one more than the other.
So if I fried up an egg and it sat there all day,
Well,
or we put it in the fridge, and then would you fetch it from the fridge and
I mean, I would.
consume it?
Sure, but that's a little different than because it's meant to be eaten warm.
You put all your food. So our normal weekday dinner consists of salad and a vegetable and a protein. And you put all your food, the salad, the vegetable, and the protein, in the same bowl.
Yeah.
Where it's pandemonium. The salad gets hot. The protein gets cold, and you don't mind that.
No, I like it. I like everything together, commingling.
I'm very highfalutin. I require a separate bowl I keep my salad cold.
Like a toddler, nothing can touch.
Yeah.
Everything has to be separate.
Yeah, that's right. And then I have a hot plate with the vegetable or the hot the protein that we eat. Why would you want salad to be? Do you like? Would you like a warm salad? Would you like a freezing cold piece of chicken?
It's nothing gets extreme. No temperatures are extreme. By the time I'm sitting down and eating it, it's all pretty much like room temperature. So it doesn't matter. And actually, I enjoy the mixture of textures very much.
Yeah, I've begun just putting it all in one bowl, and yes, the salad is hotter, and the protein and vegetables are cooler. But then I think about doing dishes and the environment and saving water. So I suffer.
Oh yeah, you're saving the world.
I suffer for the earth. What about peeling hard-boiled eggs, honey? That's a pain in the butt.
That is a pain in the ass. That's the only downfall of a hard-boiled egg. Also, I never know how long to cook it, even though I've read instructions, I've gotten advice. I can never cook it and have it be easy to peel.
Yeah.
But I do it. I do it anyway, and I am happy at the end.
You haven't made hard-boiled eggs in a long time, thank goodness. But you've made egg salad not while we've been together.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, but it's been a very long time. And I haven't done it often. It's probably been 2 years. I don't do it very, very frequently, no.
Okay.
I love egg salad sandwich. There's nothing better.
They can be good. They are good. Well, what's your do you have a recipe or
I only use like maybe half of the egg yolks, so it's more heavy on the egg whites. And then I just do salt and pepper, mayo, and a little bit of yellow mustard.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, it's great.
Make it.
Okay.
Although don't touch these 8 eggs. Give me it's Monday. Give me 6 more days with them. How many eggs do you need to make a decent egg salad or whatever?
I like to do quite a lot, like maybe 10 to 12.
Okay.
I like a big batch, and then you can keep a couple just to eat plain, like a plain hard-boiled egg. So that's nice.
We've already talked about that, honey, and it's not nearly as enjoyable or satisfying as a yummy fried egg. So you made lasagna this weekend, honey. I don't know why, but Mark Zuckerberg's algorithm has been showing me lasagna soup is a thing now, and so I'm like, I'm looking at this lasagna soup and I see people. It's essentially tomato soup with big lasagna noodles in there, and I'm like, part of the joy of lasagna is the layers, the meat, the cheese, the noodle, the sauce, the meat, the cheese, the noodle, sauce, the meat, the cheese. So if you're just eating tomato soup with some pasta in there, that's mayhem.
It's so good. I would say lasagna soup is just as good as traditional lasagna. That's my hot take.
No. Hard disagree. Well, okay, so you're putting your spoon in the soup, in the tomato soup, and then you're going to put a noodle on there?
Yeah, but the noodles are broken up, so they're small spoon size.
Just be an adult and make some traditional lasagna. I saw one lasagna soup, quote unquote, where it was so thick. I was like, you're just eating lasagna, dude. Like, well, why are you out here trying to call it a soup? So you made us some traditional lasagna, honey. Can you talk us through what it entailed, what you made it with?
You requested all sausage for the meat.
Yeah.
And I said no.
Yeah.
I prefer all beef. So the way that we decided to go was a half beef, half sausage mixture.
Yeah.
Which is also how I make my meatloaf, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that's a good compromise. You would have liked all sausage. All sausage is too salty.
Too yummy. Too saucy.
So I did half beef, half sausage. And you requested light on the sauce.
Yeah.
I'm more of a heavy sauce girly.
Yeah.
But for your sake, I agreed. Fine. And then
Well, I said you can. After we fought about it, we argued. I was like, okay, just make. Well, can you make just a bowl of sauce and put it on the side, and then you can dollop as much sauce as you want. But in the end, I was like, okay, I really just want you to make the lasagna.
How was the sauce level for you in the end?
It was good. You know what? It was kind of light.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And then for the cheese mixture, it was just a ton of shredded mozzarella, ricotta.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other? What Parmesan? Some Parmesan, and then
yeah.
actually I used 2 eggs. I hope you're happy.
I am.
Mix that all together and then just layered the lasagna noodles. Oh, you know what's the best invention ever is those lasagna noodles that you don't need to pre-cook.
Yeah.
And then they just soften and cook in the oven.
Yeah.
While it's all assembled.
Where was that 30 years ago?
Yeah, our moms could have really benefited from that.
Humanity could have benefited from
The world.
How does that happen? And why isn't all pasta like that now?
Yeah. Well, you can make, I see sometimes like casserole recipes and that it's like that. You just mix it in. And same with rice. You just mix it in and then everything cooks together in the oven. But yeah, that's the best thing. So it was a pretty simple, classic, basic lasagna.
You ran out of cheese.
Oh, this is the only thing was I want to sprinkle cheese on the very top, you know?
Yeah.
And ran out of all the white cheese and my mixture, so I had to sprinkle shredded orange cheddar on top. So that was a little trashy.
It looked
Little inauthentic.
it looked enchilada-y.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's just cheese. Who cares?
So I baked it in the oven for almost an hour.
Yeah.
Covered with foil, and then at the end I took the foil off and I did the broiler for like 8 minutes because you wanted it burnt and bubbly and brown. That was a good call.
I like it when the top layer, the top nude is crispy and crunchy. I wish the entire top layer was crispy and crunchy.
I should have broiled it a little bit longer for you.
Okay.
But the broiler is a very scary oven feature to use. I've only used it a handful of times.
You put bakeware down there, right?
No. The broiler is when it's the closest to the top.
Oh.
And it's like a flame, an open flame down on your food.
What's the drawer down at the very bottom?
The drawer on the very bottom, I do store pans and stuff down there. I don't know if that's meant to be storage or I don't know if that's meant to be like where you can put food in. I don't know what that bottom drawer is meant for.
When I was a kid, that was the broiler.
What?
From what I remember. So you made it, and classic mistake. We dove right into it.
Oh, yeah.
We shouldn't have.
It was like steaming hot and like
falling apart.
Falling apart. Yeah, you have to let the lasagna settle and sit and like coagulate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be patient, but we were so excited and hungry.
I know. And I really liked it. I thought it was good. You made all my lasagna dreams come true.
We ate the leftovers the day after.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, second day lasagna is the best.
Yeah. All the flavors marry.
Yeah. But it was really good day of as well.
Just like our marriage, honey. We're better on the second day, too. I liked it both days, but yeah, the second day is, it's different. It's better. It's better.
It's matured.
Yeah. But we ate that whole gosh dang. You used like a huge container. There was a lot of lasagna.
I didn't think we were gonna eat. I thought we'd end up trashing some.
Yeah.
But you were determined.
Yeah. Well, if you eat 2 pieces here, 2 pieces there, it disappears.
I did just leave a fork in the pan, and then when I'd walk by, I'd take a bite or 2.
I liked it. I was carb loading for my marathon, but. I think next time we get a sausage mix. I'm for 100% sausage, but let's get a hot sausage mix. It just could have used some heat. Maybe.
It could have.
Yeah, some spices, but it was good. I liked it, and I appreciate you making it. You've also been on the stir fry game. Once or twice a week, you make the stir fry. Recently, you threw some tomatoes in there. You've done avocados. You've done fresh tomatoes.
I only do these random extra vegetables when like they're gonna go bad.
Yeah.
And I just figure throw it in whatever we're eating.
Yeah.
So it just gets eaten.
Yeah. I thought the tomatoes went better.
Better than the avocado, yeah.
Yeah, but there was still in both cases I ate the avocado first, and I ate the tomato first because I was like, okay, this is kind of stir fry. It's all vegetables in the end, but I like, yeah, I admire. I like it when you put new stuff in there, and then as what happens is whenever you make stir fry, take a couple pictures of it, send it to my mom, so I can say, hey, look, Mom, I'm eating healthy, and Carolyn's cooking for me like a good wife should. And I say, so check out this stir fry, and here's some pictures. It's stir fry night here at the Nicholas household. And then my mom replies, hope not too much oil. And I was like, oh, okay. Is 6 tablespoons too much oil, Mom? I'm just kidding. I meant to say is 6 cups too much oil. I actually got a glowing work review recently. It was for my 6-month probation, even though I've been there 10 months now. Takes a while to go through all the process, but it was mostly positive. Although one thing they dinged me on was Vince doesn't have all the job knowledge yet, but when he does, he should be fine. And I'm like, well, I've only been there 8-9 months. Like, of course I don't have all the job knowledge yet, so I only got 3 stars on that category. Everything else was 4 or 5 stars. But should I email that PDF of my positive work review to Grandma Tien? Then will she be proud of me and love me?
Yes.
And care about me? And I'll be successful in her eyes?
And oop.
By the way, how much oil do you put in your average stir fry, darling?
A scant amount.
Good. Thank you. So some other stuff happening in our lives. So toilet seat gate, honey. The kids' toilet it had a toilet seat, but it was very loose. Did you lose faith in me? Are you like, here goes Vince trying to do his thing, trying to save money? Is Vince trying to be Clark Griswold again? What did you think about during this these 4 days of harrowing times?
Yes to all of that. But this was an exercise in me let go and let God. I had to just say whatever and let you do your thing, because otherwise I'd just be stressing about it. So I let you stress about it.
Yeah.
And in the end, it all turned out okay.
Yeah, I did stress about it. And I try to do as much research and prep as possible, but sometimes just things happen, or you're just unprepared for something, or just something throws you a curveball, and I'm like, oh no, I can't use these little rubber grommet things. But the toilet's fine, the toilet seat's fine, everyone's fine. We're all good.
This is fine.
This
Actually,
is fine.
The new toilet seat is very nice.
Yes.
I gave it a little wipe down clean today.
Nice.
And I admired it.
It is. Well, Judy's Zone put an aftermarket, Mayfair was the brand name. I got authentic, genuine Kohler seat for a Kohler toilet. So all is right in the world. Summer vacation. So your parents wanted to get like this cabin / house in Alta. It's a small town about an hour east of here. And they were in the process of booking it, or they had booked it, right? Via Verbo.
Yeah, they were in that process where you're like going back and forth with the owner, like settling things, making sure that you meet all the requirements, and you know that process.
Yeah.
Like when you use Airbnb or VRBO. Is it Verbo or VRBO?
Both.
Anyway, yeah. So it wasn't like completely locked down. They were still in the talking phase of the relationship.
And then what happened?
Well, it turns out that we have 20 people in our family. Mm-hmm. So the owners were like, nah, that's too many people. Even though their booking says 16 plus people.
Yeah.
I think they mean 16 maximum, but
yeah.
I think they worded it incorrectly or something, because 20 is 16 plus technically, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, they said, oh, sorry, too many people. We can't book you here.
You know what else is 16 plus? $1 million. Well, your parents' plans were to rent the place for a week, and then their sons and you and their families and us could come and go as we please. So I don't know if there would be 20 people at one time, or it would be for a day or whatever, or two. I don't know. I think that's not cool. Like, for big families, and your parents are the nicest people, and your family is super. We're super respectful and clean. And by the way, I would not have liked to have been there on the last day when you gotta do all the laundry and clean everything and take out the trash. I think that's not cool. Us Mormons, we have big families, okay?
Yeah, this is discrimination.
So Verbo is anti-LDS. Hashtag he gets us. What's up with that?
And 20 is so close to 16. Like, come on.
Right. It's not like it's not going to be a huge party. We're going to be super chill. I don't know.
Yeah.
That rub me the wrong way.
Yeah, it's hard to find a place that will accommodate all of us, but they are still looking, and they may have found a place that is big enough, and that's going to work for all the family. So they're looking into booking another place now.
Describe the current place that they're checking out.
The place they're looking at, I just saw pictures of it today. It kind of looks like a castle. Wow. It's really pretty. It has a pool in the backyard.
I'll be Harry. You can be Megan.
Yeah, it looks very nice. It looks nicer than the other one. So maybe this was all for the best.
How many bedrooms is it? How many does it sleep?
I think this one sleeps up to 30 people. It's quite large. I don't know the specifics. Like, I'm hoping they book it and then we can look closely at it.
Tell us about the dining room.
Dining room has a huge dining table and like kind of fancy looking chairs. Kind of like, it does kind of like, even the decor is kind of like castle-y. Mm-hmm. It has like a huge staircase in the entryway. Very pretty. We gotta take some family pictures.
Oh yeah, for sure. You said the walls are cement?
A lot of the walls look like gray cement, like a castle, like.
Or a prison. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it looks nice. So we'll see if that works out. I'm hoping.
The previous time that we all got together was a few years ago, and it was in Tahoe. But your parents knew the owner of the place that we stayed. Yeah.
My dad and my mom knew a couple that owned a place up there. But I believe they sold that place. So also our family's kind of growing. Like back in the day when we would go on vacation, the kids were little. So like me and the kids would share a bed.
Yeah.
But now we all need separate beds.
Bed,
the kids are older, teenagers. Everyone's bigger.
Yeah. When we did Tahoe a few years ago, we weren't married yet, so your parents made me sleep on the couch.
That's right.
But now we're married, so we can sleep together. Is that okay?
Yeah, unless I kick you out to the couch.
Oh yeah, I've been a bad boy. But we can sleep together now, honey.
Yeah, if you're good. If you're good.
Is there gonna be a little hanky-panky there?
No way.
Our anniversary is coming up. We were thinking Reno, but then we don't gamble, so then we thought Tahoe. But on Thursday, it was Harvey's was what I was looking at. Thursday, a room is $130, okay, and then Friday night the room goes up to $310. I was like, what the heck, dude? So I was thinking, okay, well, let's go out there on a Thursday. Who cares? But you were concerned about Lennox and Luna getting to school.
Yeah. I don't want to leave the kids to get themselves to school in the morning. So we got to go when they're on school break, summer break or something.
Which is early, mid-June.
Yeah.
But then our anniversary will be dunzos.
Well, our anniversary is May 25th. So June is only a week away. Or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do you care? I don't care.
Well, nah, I don't anymore. Now that you put it that way. So I was looking at Tahoe places and Harrah's and Harvey's and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Harvey's versus Harrah. And I find a Reddit thread because there's a Reddit thread for everything. And there's hundreds of replies saying Harvey's and hundreds saying Harrah's and on and on. And then one response was, "They're both the same." And I thought, yes, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for saving time. But we're just going to do lunch at Carmelita's, which is where we had our little reception.
We're going to stay in town. No going out of town for overnight.
Yeah.
Because Carmelita's is in Fair Oaks,
Yeah.
technically. So we'll just go have lunch.
Yeah.
Revisit the spot we got married at.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully the chicken park is open. It's always under construction and on some level. But that should be good. Nice Saturday. We're thinking of doing Shangri-La, but that place is so expensive.
We've talked about Shangri-La since it opened,
I know.
and we've never gone.
I know. I think we should keep talking about it
Yes.
until we die. Well, Carmelita's is where our love blossomed, where it started.
And I love Carmelita's.
Yeah.
So
It's a
why go anywhere else?
It's a good time. Let's sit in the outside. Tax refund. We're going to head to Winters with the kids because we're not going to do a vacation.
Yeah.
Like a formal vacation this summer. So day trip to Winters. Just get something to eat. It's a cute little downtown there. And then we also want to hit up Woodland, but we might do that on our own. Well, there's more hotels in Woodland, so there's more competition, so there's cheaper rooms. Winters, there's 3 hotels, and each one is several $100s. So I was like, I don't need to see it that bad, or I don't need to spend the night there that bad. Lennox hurt his feet, honey. Can you tell us more details?
Oh, I went to pick up Lennox from his friend's house because he couldn't walk home.
Yeah.
Because he jumped off a fence that was about 5 or 6 feet high.
Yeah.
Jumped down onto concrete, by the way.
Yeah.
And apparently him and his friends do this all the time.
Right.
But he just landed funny. Something was wrong this time, and both his feet were hurt. They were kind of bruised up. He was limping. You took him to the doctor? The next day, he was limping in the morning, so he's trying to get ready for school, and I took him to the doctor instead because I didn't know if something was broken.
Yeah.
Turns out nothing's broken. He's okay. After a couple days, he was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But no more jumping off high fences for him.
But they've done it 100 times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're boys.
Yeah.
And kids.
Chalk it up to boys will be boys.
Kids be jumping.
Kids be jumping. So what did he fracture his wrist or did he break his arm? What was his big injury?
The scooter injury.
Yes.
From a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was a break. He broke his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had to wear a cast for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Remember the showers? You had to like Ziploc his arm.
I would put his arm in a plastic bag and like tie it, secure it shut every time he had to take a shower.
Oy vey.
Right.
He's doing good. Nothing's broken.
No.
And he's completely healed now.
Yes.
Thank goodness. I disconnected our Vivint. So Judy's Zone had this alarm system thing installed when we moved in. We don't pay a subscription. We never understood what the heck it did or the purpose it served. And every once in a while it would go off and beep, and we could hit a button or two. We didn't know what we were doing, and it would just be quiet and stop beeping. But recently it was going all night.
Yeah, I don't. It was the screen was showing weird things that we'd never seen before.
Yeah,
and it was beeping continually. We couldn't get to stop.
Yeah, so I yanked it out, and I just pulled out the power wires. It was like Mission Impossible. Cut the blue one. Cut the blue wire. And there was a little bit of a spark because there's power running or whatever. But I was like, So I just shoved it back in the wall, put the screen back on the wall. Because behind the display, there's a huge hole. So we don't want a huge hole showing. And that's the end of that. We never knew what it did. We never knew what it was for.
Well, it's an alarm system.
Yeah.
But we never have had it set up for ourselves. But for some reason, the screen still says stuff and beeps, but no more. I'm so glad you did that.
It's dead. Rip. So my 30-year high school reunion is coming up. Do you have any interest in going, honey?
No, but if you want to go, then I'm down.
Have you gone to a high school reunion?
No, I haven't.
I went to my 20. It was fine. I really liked it, actually. But I'm just so disconnected from those people.
Were you more connected 10 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. And life happens, as they say. And I don't know. Like, I'm Facebook friends with them, which means I'm not friends with them. And I wish them the best, but as far as just keeping current, I don't know. It seems kind of sad.
Yeah.
And I love these people on some level. But the few people who I truly, truly care about and truly, truly love will not be there, aka Chuck Johnson and Arnold Gonzalez. Chuck was at the last one. And the rest, I don't know. What are we going to talk about? Playing Madden in 1993? Is that what my life has become? You know what? If it was local, I would do it. If it was somewhere close by. But flying down there and for whatever reason, it's gonna be at a brewery. Okay, it's gonna be open bar. Okay, but tickets are over $100. It's
Whoa.
like, really just to get in the door. I don't know, but
yeah.
I wish them the best. But
Eh.
Are you gonna?
No.
No.
Am I gonna go to any of?
Well, did you get an invite to the 20th? To your 20th?
I remember there was a 10th, and there was just a Facebook thing about, like, if you were in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
I never heard about a 20th. Wait, has it been 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 20 years for me.
37, 38. Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry, I was doing math. It's coming up on my 23rd year out of high school. But anyway, never heard about a 20 year, so I don't know if it happened or not, but I think I remember a 10 year, yeah.
Do you actively keep up with anyone from high school?
Actively? Define actively. Yeah, I'm Facebook and Instagram friends with a handful of people.
That is not active. Do you reach out and say, remember when we played Madden in 1992?
We occasionally actually leave comments on each other's posts. Does that count for something? No, I don't. I do not have phone numbers. I don't text. We don't talk. We don't see each other. No.
Back in the day, it used to be friends or not friends, but now there's many subtle layers to friendship.
There's
and
so much gray area.
It's really weird. I picked up litter this weekend. That's all I do. Okay, I walk around our condo complex and I pick up litter. People walk by this crap. I don't want to say thousands of people, but a couple hundred people have walked by. Like, I just picked up some McDonald's fry containers the other day, and barbecue sauce from McDonald's, and like, well, why don't they do anything?
I walk by it, I take a picture, and I send the picture to you.
Yeah.
And then I walk by it.
Yeah.
So you can handle it.
Thank you. But why am I the only one who cares?
I know. I appreciate you.
The other day, the Totinos, the pizza rolls.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of the Totino's package.
There was a bag. It was empty. It was trash. But it was just sitting on our street in front of a neighbor or whatever, a couple buildings down. And it sat there for a day. Like, do these people not go outside? Do they see the Totino's pizza rolls bag and just think, oh, someone's going to get it, or the wind will get it? So annoying. Hate it.
It is annoying.
Let's talk about some crap we've been watching, honey. Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Frankie. This is the Mormon gal who abused her kids, and she was a vlogger, a family vlogger. You might have heard the story last year when her youngest son escaped from being duct taped and ropes tied down, and he was wandering around St. George and just knocked on someone's door and said, "Hey, can you help me out?" And he had duct tape on his wrists and ankles and rope burns in the same places, and super skinny, super emaciated, just horrifying stuff. I wish I didn't see the pictures in the video. What did you think of this documentary, honey?
It was a really good documentary that I enjoyed watching. It was only 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So
Each under an hour.
we watched all 3 in one day.
Yep.
It was really good. The parents are horrible.
Yeah.
The mom and dad are both evil, awful, despicable people.
Yeah.
The dad essentially got off scot-free just because he'd been absent for the last year when like the real criminal abuse was happening. He wasn't around.
Yeah.
But the abuse on some level had been going on for years.
Yeah.
The oldest daughter wrote a memoir, and I'm on the list to get it from the library. And apparently there's a lot more details in the book. Because the documentary was so short, I think a lot was left out. But I'm looking forward to reading her book. And I think I'm mad that the dad didn't get any sort of repercussion or... He's pretty bad, pretty awful too.
Yeah. Well, you see it escalate from her just chewing out her kids, yelling at them when they're just goofing around because she's trying to vlog and record content, to where her son just doesn't feel like being on a vlog and answering questions, and she gets pissed at him, and then it accelerates when she joins forces with another evil lady, Jody Hildebrandt, I believe her name is. Mm-hmm. And then that's when you get into the real exploitation and torture, really. But I thought both Jody and Ruby pleaded guilty to all the accounts. It was not drawn out. It was not a long court battle. They were like,
they didn't
guilty.
They didn't have to go to trial or anything because both women just pled guilty and got a sentencing.
Yeah. So Ruby's justification or whatever was her 2 youngest kids were possessed by the devil, and she was trying to excise the demons or whatever. She's a nut job. But I thought it was a really good documentary, a story that was just outrageous. But when you see the son specifically, and they covered there's 6 total kids, and four of them are under 18 or were under 18 when all this happened, so they blur out the faces. But when you see the son in particular, just what his body, the shape that it was in, there's no words, and it's just horrifying, and it's terrible. And I hope they throw the book at both of them. They were just religious zealots, right? They were just nut jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely see it accelerate. It's terrible. It's a great documentary.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. It's fascinating. But Ruby Frank and Jody Hildebrandt are horrible, horrible people.
And so is the dad, Kevin. Screw Kevin. What a loser.
He's definitely a loser.
What a weenie of a man.
He didn't get involved in the direct physical abuse in the last year. He was completely absent. He moved out.
Yeah, but when he was in the home, he was just so passive. You could tell he just like let Ruby run wild and do whatever she wanted to the kids. And for the sake of her channel and her content, he was just like that classic loser dude who married a woman who's like clearly hotter than him.
Yeah.
And so he was just forever like clinging to this hot woman, even though his kids were getting abused and being exploited and treated terribly. He prioritized his wife over the well-being of the children.
He still pines for her.
He
still wants her.
At the end, the documentary makers are asking him, do you still love her? And he says, oh, absolutely. Even though she abused your kids? Oh, yeah. Like, he's still just...
We made kids together. We have a family.
Oh, what a loser. I hate him. Like, every time he's on the screen, by the end, I was just like, shut up. You suck.
He sucks. Scamanda, honey, this was a podcast which you listened to, and they turned it into a documentary. This is about a woman who fakes cancer and gets donations and money, totaling, and prizes and gifts or whatever, totaling over $100,000 over a couple of years. What did you think about Scamanda?
Scamanda is a really entertaining podcast and documentary. I'm really glad we watched it. It's just crazy. Just these people are so nuts.
Yeah.
Like the level of mental illness
Yeah.
to pull off a scheme like this where you're faking cancer and you just don't quit. No matter how many times she was called on it, exposed, she just kept going and going.
Yeah. She went to the hospital for made up reasons or whatever. And so to get a selfie, and she would put syringes in her skin and make up all this stuff just to get sympathy and like, oh, I'm having this treatment right now, and oh, I just had a setback, my white blood cell count, well, whatever. She's just a freaking nut. Okay, so she's a nut, but who are these people donating thousands of dollars to this nut job? One lady donated platelets, like her blood cells or whatever. She traveled to be local to Scamanda, so because your platelets got to be fresh, honey. They got to be fresh off the bone. So she drove to where Scamanda is. I believe it's San Jose, Bay Area somewhere. And then she donated her platelets so Scamanda could have nice, bright, lovely new platelets. Who are these people donating $1,000, giving platelets? I think this goes along with the GoFundMe thing. Like, who are these people? Scamanda's a nut, but then who are the people who are supporting her?
They got taken in by her story,
her blog.
They pity her. She's just a poor, sick mom who needs help.
And then she uses her church. She uses the God angle to just fleece more people who are in her church. It's just on both ends. These people are just nut jobs. Would you ever donate money to someone?
Probably.
But someone you don't know?
Well, a lot of the people went to the church with her, so they did get to know her over the months and years. And they felt like they were friends with her. But
a lot of the support and clout, and some people didn't know her. They just found out about her blog and got sucked into her lies.
Would you make, like, if, say you had a lot of extra money to donate to charities or whatever, would you give, like, a huge amount to, like, a cancer foundation? Maybe. I would more so give to a foundation than an individual.
What if you knew? What if you kept in contact with your high school friends, and a friend got really sick? Would you give a couple grand?
I don't have a couple grand to give away to such.
Well, again, we're hypothetically.
I know. I can't even imagine.
Let me see the report. Let me see the medical diagnoses.
I would give $50.
Great. If I had money, I think personally, if like I grew up with someone or I know them personally and I care about them and I love them, I guess I would give them a couple grand. But getting all into somebody's story on YouTube or a blog or TikTok and then converting that into actual money donated or platelets.
Yeah, like the platelet girl, like
she was a nut job.
Took a selfie with a sign like Team Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm giving platelets right now.
Right.
They're like when you become the point where you're like a cheerleader and like holding up signs and that's weird.
Yeah.
But just like quietly donating to help, I think that's okay.
Yeah. I guess giving it to a foundation, but then the foundation has administration costs and overhead.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't win.
No.
The Baldwins, honey. This is a TLC reality show with Hilaria and Alec in an effort to rehab Alec's image in the wake of the Rust movie shooting death. What did you? We watched one episode. What did you think about the Baldwins?
They're so obnoxious. I cannot stand to watch Hilaria
Yeah.
And
Hilaria.
Alec is annoying, and
Yeah.
they have 7 kids. For
Yeah.
what reason? Who knows?
Yeah.
They're just I can't handle more than one episode. We're done with this show.
Yeah. She's 40. He's 66 now. Listen, young Alec Baldwin, gorgeous. Even into his 50s, I would say. He was such a handsome, handsome man. But he's 66 now. And you could blame fame or booze or womanizing or his constant stress of dipping his toe into politics or whatever. He is old. He looks old. He's lost all of his movie star luster. This is when you should recede into the background and only be in a movie where there's camera angles and makeup and editing. But he just doesn't look. He's not hot anymore. He's not handsome anymore. He doesn't look good.
He looks old, yes, but he looks tired, stressed out,
Yeah.
just beaten down. He appears to have a lot of stress because of this rust. He murdered someone, essentially.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to go to jail. And he's in the first episode, it's leading up to his trial for this, which we since know that he's been cleared of all charges. He's not going to prison or whatever.
Yeah.
So that is stressful, but so is having 7 kids when you're in
Right.
your 60s.
Right. What the heck? It is. I gotta say, it is fascinating because he has OCD about order and cleanliness or whatever, and you see him removing the lids of his garbage cans in his kitchen, and he's washing them in the kitchen sink because he's so like everything's got to be perfect, and he lines up all the kids' shoes just right, and that's something that's and Hilaria has said that his OCDness has gone up ever since the rust incident. That was pretty fascinating. I was like, wow, this is weird. You know, back in the day, celebrities, they acted or whatever. They did TV shows and they did movies, and then they showed a little personality on a talk show or in a magazine interview or whatever. But it was very orchestrated and it was very guarded, and it was very choreographed and planned. But now just to see Alec Baldwin with 7 kids running around, and they have 8 pets. They have dogs and cats too.
Uh-oh.
And oop.
Justice for Kim Basinger.
She had it bad. Justice for Ireland also.
Ugh.
Yeah, they are so annoying, and they are in the life of opulence and privilege. Yeah, the kids are kind of cute and fun.
The kids are cute.
Yeah.
They have really nice personalities.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
But episode 1, they travel to the Hamptons, and this is their summer house, and they get to swim, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Who cares? Severance, S2, E6, and E7, honey. What'd you think?
Severance still slaps.
Hmm.
Episode 7 was so good.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. It's like start to finish. It was beautiful cinematography. Moved the plot along. We
Yeah.
got so many more details about characters, and we got to see more of the underbelly, the innards of the Lumen facility.
Yeah.
We got to see the lower levels. It was great. It was beautiful.
It really scratched the itch of it got to what last season 3 years ago was.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on par with like the quality of season 1.
Yeah.
It was more the caliber of those episodes, because season 2 has been a little
Yeah.
not quite up to season 1 standards so far.
Touch and go. Yeah. I say E6 and E7 are the best of the season. E7 really has the feel of a S1. Why am I talking like this?
Is season and episode too many syllables for you?
Yes, I'm trying to save time.
Okay.
I think I've nailed what's wrong with S2, honey. Sex. They should have never introduced sex. Adam Scott and Helly are sleeping together, because it's just what is that? It's just an old trope. Will they? Won't they? This isn't Ross and Rachel, okay? Or Ted Danson and Shelley.
Yeah.
Shelley.
The blonde.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, and I do agree with you. It also just changes the dynamics of the relationship between these people.
Yeah.
And now I'm not sure I'm gonna like where their relationship goes, because I love Helly and Mark as like friends, even though they've had this attraction the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, now you've done the dirty. Where can we go from here?
Right. Shelley Lang, I think that's her last name. But whatever. We have 3 episodes left in the season. They really need to wrap it up. Hopefully there aren't too many questions, and hopefully they'll wait another 3 years. Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. I'm currently paying Peacock $7.99 a month for one show. Okay, for one show
that we've been inconsistently watching.
Yeah, but season 4. It's good, but it's not nearly as good as the previous. 1 and 2 were bangers. 3 was good. Season 4, we're sticking with it, but I still love this show.
I love it too, but I think season 4 should be our last.
Really? Yeah. Well, whenever Peacock is about to charge me another $7.99, that's it.
Yeah.
We're cutting it off. Paradise should have been a movie. That's all I gotta say about Paradise. You want to still watch it?
I guess.
TV Threads is going on and on about episode 7.
The internet tells me episode 7 of Paradise is the best show in the history of television. So,
first episode, excellent. Second, a step down.
Third
was like, we're just treading water here. Should have been a movie.
It fell off real fast after episode 1, but I don't know. Should we go back to it?
Sure, why not? What else are we doing with our 2 precious fleeting lives? Alrighty, where are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Kohler toilet seats. We don't have a promo code for Kohler toilet seats.
You should by this point
right?
of promotion.
Seriously. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, we may have disconnected the Vivint. It was fun. I felt like cool, like having like an alarm system that I had no idea what it was doing.
That made you feel cool.
Yeah, it was like futuristic. We got a touch screen.
You're like George Jetson.
It's got graphics on there. His boy Elroy. But I'm still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day / night. Bye bye.